Welcome. I wanted to thank you for attending this tutorial. So likely if you are watching this, you are an LLC or a corporation that has just learned about the Corporate Transparency Act. This is a new law that just became enacted January 1st of this year, and it requires that any LLC or corporation must register with the U.S. Treasury and their department called FinCEN, FINCEN. That's for the Financial Criminal Enforcement. And we are going to talk a little bit about this, and I'm going to do a step-by-step demonstration on how you can file your own report. Now, before we actually get started, let me tell you a little bit who I am. Many of you who are part of the Facebook group Tax Issues for Self-Employed Groomers know me as the tax professional that works with your niche specifically. I'm an enrolled agent and I have been working my own business since 2016, which is when I actually started the group. My business is called Legally Groomed LLC, and my mission is really to allow you to build your business, to service your clients, and not worry about the tax issues. I am here to help you. I'm here to help you understand your requirements, but not where you get bogged down with issues that someone like me can assist you with. The first question we have is, what is the Corporate Transparency Act? So like I said, it started in January 1st of this year, 2024, and this is where it requires LLCs and corporations to register their business and any beneficial owners. And a beneficial owner is somebody that owns 25% or more in the business. And this is pretty much to increase the transparency and preventing financial crimes. So the question you have is, do you need to do anything for your business? And yes, you do. You have to report your business and each of the beneficial owners. Now, likely because you are a small business, and perhaps it's only you as an LLC member, or maybe you have a partner or a spouse that you are also co-owners with. So each of you would be a beneficial owner. The good thing is that chances are once you do it, it's a one and done. Fine. If there are any changes, you do need to make these changes within 30 days. And most of the time, these changes relate to when there is a change in your business address. So the deadline to do this form depends on when you became an LLC or a corporation. If you became a corporation or an LLC prior to January 1st of 2024, you actually have until the end of 2024. If you set up an LLC this year, you'll actually have to do this report within 90 days of when you get that effective date of the LLC from your Secretary of State. Now, what happens if you don't file the BOI? Well, the biggest issue is that you're going to face a penalty. And that penalty is steep. It can be up to $500 a day, up to $10,000. And there's also a potential jail time. Now, this is, of course, if you are willful, and I don't see any of you as being willful of not wanting to report this, especially since it is so easy. You don't have to do annual reports like you do with an LLC through your state. Can you do it yourself? What is the process? Well, you can hire somebody to file this for you, and I've seen a couple of people stating how much they would be charged. And considering that most of you are small businesses with maybe 1 or 2 members, this is something that you can do very easily on your own. Now, before you actually get started, there are some things that you want to get together. For the business information, you'll want to get your letters of organization, and you want to include your EIN. You want to have your address that you have registered the business in. And then for each beneficial owner, you're going to also need a name. If it's just you, that's easy. Your date of birth, your address. You can't use any kinds of PO box. It has to be actually a street address and a current picture ID, such as a driver's license or a passport. And you're going to actually need to put the number in. So my suggestion is that before you get started, take a picture of your driver's license or your passport and save it on your computer so that you can just upload that image. Now, final words before we go into the demonstration. As I said, this does not require an annual filing. But if you make a change, you'll need to do that, and you have 30 days to do that. I do suggest that you request the FinCEN ID, and I will show you how that is done. It is just a check mark, and it is done. And the reason for that is that if you do have a change, instead of having to add everything back in again, if you put in that FinCEN number, it's done. Hopefully this website. It is boeingefiling.fincen.gov, and I will have this also within the description so that you can go directly to the site. As I stated, it is a good idea to have all of your information in front of you so that you can file and get it done with. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the file BOIR icon right here, and you're going to click on that. And then you have two options. You can do a PDF and mail it in, or you can do it online. Because it is so easy and so quick, and then you also get the confirmation right away, I do suggest you do it online, and that is what I'm going to show you. So you are going to prepare and to submit the BOIR, and we come to this screen. Now I'm just going to go through the different screens, and then you will be able to do it. I will not be entering any of my own information at this time, as I have already done my LLC reporting. So the first screen is your filing information. And really the only information that you're putting on this is what kind of filing are you doing. And pretty much everyone at this time is doing an initial report. The other categories are if you have to make a correction or if you need to update a report. And a correction could be information that you might have erroneously put in, or updating it is if there is a change of ownership, as well as maybe if there is a change of address. Check onto that, and then you're going to click next. As you can see, it auto fills the date. So right away, it's going to be whatever date that you are filing it. So the next thing that you are coming to is the reporting company. The reporting company is your company. The first thing that what you should do, my suggestion, is to request to receive a FinCEN ID. And this will actually be on your transcript when you have submitted the return and it shows that it has been submitted. So you're going to click onto that, and then you're going to go down and you're going to pretty much state the legal name of your business, what you have on your letter of organization or articles of incorporation. Also, if you should have another name underneath that you may be working under a different business name or trade name than your LLC, you're going to have that as well. Then you are going to go to the form of identification. And for this page, the identification that they're looking for is your tax identification. What you want to do, especially since you're an LLC in the United States, that's how you're working, put in your EIN. When you put in your EIN, just put in the 9 digits. You don't have to worry about any kind of a dash or anything like that. The next thing is, what country did you set the LLC or the corporation in? You set it up in the United States. There. The others are pretty much territories. So this is all for really the reporting for the United States. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the state of formation, and then you're also going to put in if what state you did. And then down here, you're going to go to the current address, and you're going to put in the business address you use to set up your LLC or your corporation. And again, they're going to ask you for whether you are in the actual United States or if you're in a U.S. territory, and what state, and your zip. When you are going in to put in your state, you can actually start writing it out. Like I am Florida, do that, and it comes right out. So the next screen that you would come to, company applicant. Now the company applicant can be either a reporting, somebody that the company is working with that may report for you, or it is most likely yourself. Now, if you have been an existing company, which means that you have been an LLC or a corporation prior to January 1st of 2024, all you have to do is check here, and it's just going to say that since you are putting it as an existing, you do not have to fill out this anymore. Now, if you become a LLC in 2024 or any time after, you will need to put this information in. And this is really just if you are also a beneficial owner as well as setting up the LLC, it's going to be the same information. But as most of you are already LLCs or corporations, this is a screen that you don't really have to worry about. So then we're going to go to the beneficial owner. Remember, a beneficial owner is somebody that has 25% or more ownership. So if it's just you, you pretty much have 100%, and you're the only one you have to worry about. If you are also maybe partners with a spouse or another pet groomer and you've working together, then both of you need to be listed. So what information you're going to be putting in is you're really going to go down to your name, because unless the person who set up the LLC is a child and you have to do it for them, you would check that, but you don't have to worry about that. This FinCEN ID, this is if you have to come back to that. So if for some reason you need to make a change of your information yourself, you would come back in. If you put that FinCEN ID number in there, it's going to bring everything up. So then you can make any changes that need to be done. So then the next thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting in your name. You're going to be putting in your last name, your first name, middle name, and your date of birth. And then you're going to put in your residential address where you live. And remember, it cannot be a P.O. box. It has to be a street address, your complete street address. Then you have your city, what country you are living in, what state, and zip code. This is where it's always also possible. There are some times that an LLC may have foreign members, and they would put this information where they can put a different country over there, all different countries. So, but pretty much all of you are probably going to just put in the United States, you put in your state, and you put in your zip code. The next step is putting in your ID. And the different types of ID that you can use is a state-issued driver's license, a state-issued ID, a U.S. passport, or a foreign passport. And then each one of those will have a number, as you know, and you're going to put that number
into box 49. Then again, you're going to put what jurisdiction this ID comes from. So pretty much most of it's going to be, again, the United States, and you're going to put that there. You'll put what state. And then the last thing you're going to do for this is you are going to upload your photo ID, just like I had told you to put in earlier. Now, if you're the only one, that's all you have to do. You're going to go to the last screen where you're going to submit your report. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in your email, and then you're going to confirm that. You'll put in your name. You're going to hit agree. And then pretty much my suggestion is before you get into hitting the submit is to go back and check each one of them. Make sure that you have your information. Make sure that you have the correct EIN number. Make sure you copied your address correctly. Make sure that you uploaded your document, your photo ID, and then you will come to this. And they do like to know that this is not a computer that's answering, but a human, and you're going to come up with something like this, and they're going to ask you a question. They're going to ask you it twice. Verify, and they have the check. And then once that happens, then you'll see that submit the BOIR is going to be in blue, and you will be able to, you'll submit it. You will get the transcript. They will tell you to upload the transcript before getting out. I would save that with your paperwork. On that, you will have the FinCEN ID should you ever need to go back into that. I hope this helped you. As you can see, it is not complicated. You can do it. And if you need any further assistance, you can reach out to me from the group.
Hopefully this demonstration had helped you. If it has, please do me a favor, like it, share it with somebody that may be wondering how they can do this on their own, as well as sharing this channel. Comment if you have any questions on things that you would like me to cover in the future, or if there's anything that I can explain further that maybe I did not explain in this video, please let me know. And my hope is that every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Time, I'll be releasing a new video. Thank you and have a great day.